I'm Denise Albert.
I'm Melissa Gerstein, and we're the moms. I have 3 kids. She has 2.
And one of us wears a wig and the other has the most perfect hair.
Stop. Thank you, though.
And I'm happily divorced and she's happily married.
Now, we've been talking about parenting across the country with a community of moms at our Mamarazzi events, and we are so excited to bring Mamarazzi to a wider audience with this show at the People Entertainment Weekly Network.
And we are so excited to have Wendy Williams with us. She's the host of the Wendy Williams Show, and she has a new app out, Digital Wendy. Wendy Digital.
Wendy Digital. And we also have with us in New York City, which you can hear, a live studio audience full of moms just waiting to ask you questions.
And you at home, we want to hear from you too. You can tweet us with the hashtag Mamarazzi. You can send in videos with parenting questions to Wendy to burst.com/Mamarazzi. And you can also comment on People Entertainment Weekly's Facebook page. Ask anything you like, and dads, we like you too, so don't be shy. We want to hear from you.
Wendy, thank you for being here.
You guys are in the running to get a skit on Saturday Night Live. This entire, and I mean that in the best way. The way you all get along, you laugh at one another. You've got laminated curtain back there. Congratulations. So this is your 3rd show.
Yes, and thank you for being here.
You have been so supportive to us. We just have to start there. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I love you guys.
We
so
love
thanks
you.
for the invite.
And thank you. We've hosted a few events with you for your books. You obviously have your show.
Yeah,
and
you travel in a great circle of women too.
You do. And
no,
now
you do.
You do.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
now
we
you
like
have your
everybody.
app, which is really incredible.
Yeah.
So tell us about why the idea, how did you get there, why are you doing it?
Well, we all know that the digital space is the way to go these days, and that you can do so much with an app. For me, the digital app, which is free, you download it at the Google Play Store, it contains a whole lot of different components that people will definitely recognize from the talk show, Wendy, but it's a different side of it. For instance, I've got a great team of reporters who go out to events while I'm busy home getting ready to go to the show. You know, some young kids really good with the microphone, getting the hot topics together.
We don't need a Saturday Night Live skit. We just need like a skit on Wendy.
This is, right now, this feels so much like coffee talk.
Yes. Oh, my God.
Right?
Oh, my God. After the show, we will talk about this.
I have to go to the grocery store.
Fine.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you have room in the back seat?
The day is not done. No, but so there's great hot topic content. One of my favorite things on there is if you push the button, it's suddenly Wendy. Where I'm doing things in my regular life. Most of those things don't contain eyelashes and a show wig. We're doing a little bit of app filming even right now behind the scenes. Thank you so much for letting, my app cameras come. But like this past weekend, I went ziplining in Daisy Dukes.
I saw that. Amazing.
Through the forest. And I'm scared of heights, but it was so much fun. It was so much fun. And I went to the zoo. I take you to my house, for, little projects. I play in the backyard with my dog. I have exclusive interviews, including Nick Cannon and I sitting in the back of a Bentley, having just conversation, different kind of conversation than what I can do on my talk show. I did a 3-part interview with DMX's ex-wife, Tahira, which was really insightful. X goes through things on a regular basis, and she's been there by his side the whole time. And we met outside at, a restaurant and just had girl talk.
So it's like real life.
Yes, it's real life.
But do you ever pause and go, this is too much? Like, do you ever say, I don't want to shoot? Like, where do you kind of draw the line?
I won't be showing my son. I'm very protective of young Kevin. He's 16. He didn't ask for this. And now coming of age, I guess, you can either use it to your advantage, of which I would. If my mother had a talk show when I was 16 years old, forget about it. I would be dying to go to the show.
Where's my segment? That kind of stuff, right?
Well, not so much like that, but, where are the boys? Where are the, like,
oh my God,
That's so interesting because, we both... It's a question, I think, with living in front of the camera all the time that you have to ask, right? We've both been through this. My kids are a little younger, but the older one is starting to say, well, let me see how I look.
Really?
So is that what, yeah. But I'm saying, so he's decided he wants no part of it.
No, he doesn't want any part of it.
Okay.
I'm just mom to him, which is great. I mean, you know, when we first got to, first of all, he's only known me as a showgirl. You know, when he would have off from nursery school, he would be right there in the seat next to me at the radio station, you know, eating his Cheerios off a plate or, you know, whatever. When he has off from 5th grade, the same thing. Come to the show and, you know, see how mommy and daddy do our business. And, you know, my husband and I, we work together. Because he's my manager, but he's also one of the executive producers on the talk show. So I seamlessly kind of got into television at a great time where I was able to see the forest through the trees and not insist on dragging him.
Right, through everything.
Through everything.
Right. So we're going to get to that because there's so many things we
Yeah,
want to
we
talk
have a
about
lot,
that. But we want to go back to the app for 1 second.
Okay.
Because the Wenmoji.
Okay.
I mean,
I know.
everything is an emoji these days, right? I mean, everyone just, nobody talks anymore. Nobody sends even letters anymore. Or
Just
in their
kisses
text.
and
It's
high
just
fives
like,
and peace
right,
outs
so
and-
Wenmojis.
So I've become one of those people, and I really don't like it, but I can send you a full, the way I wanted the Wenmojis to come out, and there are so many more that I want to make, but you know, this is just, the app just launched a month ago, and it was a little over a year in the undertaking, back and forth to meetings, and then, oh my gosh, but I've got a great team of people helping me with it. The Wenmojis, they got this artist who, as far as I'm concerned, the Wenmojis really do look like me. Like, and they really are my, like, there's one where I'm on a chaise lounge chilling
No way.
with a tiara on, and I love a tiara.
We need a mom's emoji.
But I'm wearing this red robe. It's one of my exact red robes. I mean, and even my own mother, you know, because they can be critical.
Yeah, we
But,
know.
but
Oh, really?
even my own mother was
How?
like, wow, Wendy,
Wait,
this
how
is really
your mom critical
you.
to you? This is
Well, not so much anymore, because now I'm
Okay.
on TV going into our 9th season, so she's one of those.
And then like 52 countries around the world.
Yeah, no, yeah, she's
so
late
she
to-
can't really say anything at
She's
this
late
point.
to the party though. but she could say, like, my mother does not like me as a brunette, and I don't care for myself as a brunette either. I mean, I wear brunette.
I
wig.
like this a lot right now.
Me
yeah,
too.
me too. I was thinking maybe we should switch.
This is summertime. She just made this, Robin. She custom mixed the wigs and stuff. But yeah, my mother's critical of things like that. My mother.
What do you say when she's like critical? Do you say thank you for the constructive criticism or shut the?
No, I'm like, thank you. That's the thing we both agree on. Like, my mom is a blonde, you know, and I'm a blonde, and we like it.
Do you still seek her approval with parenting or anything like that? Because I am very aware when my parents are like kind of disciplining my kid, and I'm like, ooh, but
Oh,
maybe
no,
they're
no, no.
right.
Oh, mine are allowed. It's okay.
Oh, wow.
What do you mean?
Were they okay? Was your
Okay.
mom allowed before your divorce,
You
or
are
is it,
so good. You know everything.
or has it been since you need the extra support?
She's extra support, and she's there all the time.
Yep.
And I think the kids sometimes listen differently to other people. And I'm okay with my kids being disciplined by both of my parents.
Yeah.
And by a babysitter and by Melissa. And
Yeah,
by
I
the
can
way,
discipline
I
them.
think that there's a way to discipline other people's children.
Melissa, do they call you Aunt Melissa?
They call me Melissa.
Melissa. Family.
That
Yeah, it's
casual.
family.
yeah.
Yeah, Melissa.
Oh, Melissa.
I'm
Yeah.
still getting used to that, and I just
What do
can't
you mean,
have it.
Mrs. Wendy?
Mrs. Hunter.
Oh.
I
like that?
Yeah, I worked hard for this. Are you serious? Get it right.
I find it uncomfortable. I feel like an old lady if people would call me like Mrs.
Well, see,
Albert
I'm from
or-
Missouri. I don't mind the Mrs. Gerstein. It feels good. I like it.
It feels like
I've earned it. I've earned
That's what I'm
it.
saying.
I don't even. It's
Kneel.
so formal.
No, I'm kidding. I'm kidding. I'm totally kidding.
It's not formal if you don't behave formal. Like, some of my son had a little crowd with us when we went ziplining. So they're calling me Mrs. Hunter, but I'm swinging through the rainforest in
your Daisy Dukes.
In
But then
Daisy
was he
Dukes.
a part of it? Was he a part of it? Because
Yeah.
and he's on the app.
No,
or
he's not on the app.
Got it.
No,
he
he's
just goes
edited
for the
out.
fun, and he's
Yep.
like,
Right.
"Don't take any
over there
pictures
with
of
your.
me."
He doesn't even have to tell us. That's not even a.
Got it.
That's not even an issue. If anything, I've got to let other people know. Like, why don't we ever see your husband, or why don't we ever see? Because they didn't sign up for this. They're the absolute support system, though, that helps me sit on a set with a lame curtain.
I can't. You love it? Do you love it, or you're not sure?
No, I know. I
You're loving it.
absolutely love it.
Oh my God, I love
I
it.
absolutely love it.
Wait, can we talk about you and your husband working together? My parents have worked together for 40 years, and I really remember them when they would bring it home and talk about a media buyer, whatever was going on,
Right.
my mom would look at us and we'd be like, that's enough, and they stop. Do you stop once you're home, or just does it always continue because it's your passion and your love?
Wait,
What?
your mom would listen to you guys say stop?
No, well, we would be eating
Her
tacos
parents
or
work
whatever,
together.
and we would just be like, you know, can't you ask us about her? You know what I'm saying?
Got you.
It's hard to not bring it home, I
Yeah.
think, sometimes. Do you have a moment where you pause and say, you know, honey, we have to,
Is it all
Kevin's
work all
here.
the time?
No, it's not all work all the time, but it is definitely not a relationship that every woman could deal with, especially a woman who is educated, making her own paycheck. I think that in the past, like in the olden days, whenever you heard that husbands and wives work together, you know, like when I was a young girl, Dr. Ellison's was my pediatrician, but his wife was the receptionist. So he had this
It was different levels.
and different levels,
Right.
you know, and it's
But
we know how to turn it off, and we know how to turn it on.
okay, well, how do you turn it off? Like, how do you keep?
No, how do you turn it on?
Right? No. Okay. Whoa. I was gonna get there. No, but how do you keep life fun, interesting, romantic when you're working together all the time?
Well, separate offices on separate floors, that helps. I am not always in his office. He's not always in my office.
Or you could just close the door in the office.
Oh my God, what's happening? I'm sorry.
we commute in the morning together. We don't, you know, drive in a black car because there's always that third person, the driver, in your business. So we elect to commute together in the morning, and that is a lot of mixture of music, and sometimes there might be an argument from the night before, but we know how to leave that in the glove compartment until the day is over. We don't want to make staff feel uncomfortable. It's bad enough.
That's so crazy. So if you guys are fighting, people know.
Yeah. I mean, well, we're loud.
People,
You have to, like,
when we
kiss and
fight,
make up.
people know.
That's
She
true.
knows.
No,
Yeah, but
yeah,
we're not
no.
married. We call ourselves work wives, though.
You know
kinda
what?
married?
I've never been embarrassed by. Years ago, I would have been embarrassed by it,
Yeah.
but I'm never embarrassed by any raw emotions that go on.
So what is a
Regarding.
Saturday night like date night? You guys like totally go out and you like can be husband and wife.
Yeah, like this past Saturday, I was in all day, even though it was beautiful. I love to stay in when it's 90 degrees and watch the day go by. There's Lyme disease out there and all
my
kinds.
What? Are you afraid
All
to
kind
go
of-
outside?
Unless she's ziplining.
I'm not afraid. I'm exaggerating, but I don't go outside because I know how to keep my time. Like I am the queen of relaxation.
Yes.
I will forego everything that I need to stay in the house, which is my favorite place to be.
I remember this from one of our Mamarazzi events. I
Yeah.
remember you are a homebody,
Absolutely.
right? I
Absolutely.
remember this. Good.
So on a Saturday night, you guys are staying home? You're cooking?
No,
what?
not Wigs guys.
Okay.
Now, like young Kevin, now he's got a social life, you know, he'll be out doing things. For my husband, work never stops. We're always well, it stops, but the work hours are often weird. Like, have you ever closed a business deal at 10 o'clock at night?
We don't stop either.
we
yeah.
don't, because it's like
Are
a
you
baby.
picking him up at parties?
No, Uber.
Oh, right. I know. The best thing. And Lyft, they're all
Ever.
good.
I know,
They're
ever.
all
Game
good.
I
changer.
know. It is a game changer.
Not driving the minivans or not
Right.
in carpool.
Yeah.
It's really unbelievable.
So I'm in all day, you know, with the dog. You know, I go outside, you know, play with the dog and come back inside and quickly do skin check. Then I moisturize.
Oh, my goodness.
I'm opening
You're
mail.
going to make us crazy.
Wow.
Well, it's a real thing.
She's very healthy.
Right.
Opening mail, and like this past
Who's writing you
Saturday,
letters?
he calls-
Everybody in America?
Oh.
Who isn't?
They don't
Not
have
that
her
kind of
home
mail.
address.
I'm talking
She's
about-
talking about bills and paying her bills.
Oh,
and-
I thought,
Just
fan
like the-
mail. I got
right.
excited about that for you. Okay. You don't even need it. Okay.
Well, Wendy, we got into it.
Old lady, that's what Facebook is. Okay. That's
I am old
that's
lady.
what the conversation on, you know, my apps, you know, there's a comment area.
I've got it. Okay.
But we went out to eat at 2 o'clock in the morning.
Okay, we'll talk about eating because you
At the
have
last
a
minute.
very healthy lifestyle
Yes.
now, and we are really interested in hearing about how you've changed that. And we also have a burst video from a fan asking you about healthy living. Take a look.
Oh.
Hi, Wendy. Huge fan of yours. Also a fellow Northeastern grad. Love seeing you on Mamarazzi. I was just wondering, I know you've been in the public a lot lately talking about getting healthy and being more health conscious. So I was wondering if that's affected your family life at all and if your son and husband have also gotten into more healthy eating and healthy living. Thank you.
My son is the king of healthy living.
Oh.
He is a 100% plant-based diet. He's really unbelievable, and he's become quite the smoothie king, and quite the cook. You know, to boil up the rice and put the beans in there and let them simmer. Every once in a while, he'll ask me, for some help, maybe if I want to be a sous chef and dice an onion or something. In the meantime, who's dicing onions? I'm busy working. I pull out that container that you buy at the grocery store.
Totally.
Is that the best invention
ever. Yeah.
That's something my mother would criticize me on. Wendy, you're throwing away money. That's how she talks.
Right.
Why don't you just cut the onion? I'm like, Mommy, because I've been working all day.
Right, and they can do it for you.
If they can do it,
That's how I feel about cooking.
But yeah, for me, yes, not eating meat has been a game changer in terms of the quality of. I had lower leg plaque psoriasis, and I am totally convinced that it's gone now because of not eating meat.
So you totally went vegan.
Yeah, well, no, I'm pescatarian.
Okay.
I'll have an occasional piece of fish, but I'm very picky about the kind of fish that I'm going to have. Don't ask. I eat a lot of, like for instance, this morning for breakfast, I had a sandwich from this place called Blossom. Blossom is one of the best.
It's so good.
It's so good.
But it's so hard to find good food.
I know.
When you don't eat meat, I gotta tell you something. But once you find it, you lockjaw and you obsess over
Do you
it.
feel you have more energy because of the way
No.
you... No.
No. Do you
Got
miss it? Do you miss eating a certain way? You feel good? I mean, what's changed? You're doing this for a reason, right?
Yeah, you got to miss a burger and fries, right?
I have a burger and fries coming from V-Life later on.
V-Life.
But it's vegan,
But-
vegetarian.
And you know what? You have to choose the right ones because not all vegetarian burgers are the same. They're mushy.
Yeah.
Right.
I found this good brand called Beyond Meat.
Yes, I know that. They're very good.
Oh, what?
I know. They're amazing. I have them in my freezer. I know. And you just put them on the pan and
you,
voila.
but listen, you
I know.
turned 50 and you lost 50 pounds, right?
50 pounds for 50.
You look amazing.
You really
I weigh the same 145 pounds now
Right.
for the last 2 years. I've maintained
but you
it.
must feel better, right?
When I look in the mirror,
No, you don't.
I feel so much
It's
better.
hard to maintain.
No, it's not hard to maintain at all, because it just isn't. I mean, the food is not as filling. I'm having a quinoa and a cucumber.
I love it.
I love it too, but that stuff is not so filling. And by the way, just because you go vegetarian doesn't mean you're going to lose weight, because there are plenty of fat vegetarians
right.
out there.
All right.
You know what I mean? Hey, that's what people think. You're going to be
Right.
able to lose the weight.
Right.
But I love like tomato soup, the soups. I love lentil soup,
Right.
which I have at least every other day for breakfast.
Is there any food you miss?
I miss fish, ironically.
But
and
I thought you eat fish.
well, that's why
No, she
an
says
occasional piece of fish is good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Got it. Okay, so I want to talk about the wigs now because you've always rocked the most amazing wigs. I am now rocking my most beautiful wig. I think the fact that you have always spoken so openly and you tell us why I think you went to wigs.
I
and
know
then-
people think
yeah.
it's a vanity thing.
Yeah. No, but I know it's not.
Yeah, I have thyroid disease, and thyroid disease, there are a few symptoms or a few byproducts of having thyroid disease that a lot of people aren't aware of. Sometimes you get that goiter, which
Right.
is that giant Adam's apple, which I think is the most obvious thing that people see. But what people don't understand is that thyroid disease is also
Thin.
related to Graves' disease, which is what the elder Mrs. Bush, remember Barbara Bush
Yeah.
back in the day? That's the muscles behind your eyes. This doesn't happen to everybody, but I happen to have Graves' disease. So I have to make a concerted effort in conversation. So I'm not trying to give you the screw face. I just don't want to give you the scary stare.
wow.
Oh, yes. So the pressure, the muscle pressure behind the eyes, kind of pushes them forward just a bit. And there's nothing that you can do about it. I've already gone to ask, what can this be done? See, my tear ducts have untucked. And so I've got a little frog-like bump under each. Yeah, it's pressure.
Well, we can't see that, but you also have thinning hair.
But the other part is that you can get thinning hair. Not everybody with thyroid disease has thinning hair. For me, my thyroid is it's been regulated
know, it's
for
so
long.
confusing.
The one where you lose the weight.
Right. You lose the hair. So you went to Wigs, And isn't it life-changing?
Well, I'm not bald.
Right.
I didn't lose the hair.
Okay, it's thinning.
It-
But mine's thinned after kids, by the way.
But
So
she,
I've
you
always
should see
had.
what's underneath this.
Oh.
It is unbelievable. It's coming
No, it's
in
crazy.
thicker
I
and
call
more
it crazy
amazing.
hair. But
no, it's
but
so
I
good.
think wigs
It's so good.
are life-changing for a woman who.
No, wait.
Life-changing.
Wait.
I'm not going back.
Your hair thinned?
No,
after,
I lost
while you-
hair with chemo.
No, I'm saying while you were pregnant? 'Cause
Sorry,
normally it
after I
thickens up.
had kids, my hair got thin. I had big curly long hair and it got thin. So then I wore extensions in the back, and then I had the best part about cancer for me, besides the point that I'm healthy, is that I discovered wigs. So
She
to
wears them all
me,
the
I
time.
have no hair drama ever. No humidity. I wake up, I put my wigs on. It looks beautiful. I have short, I have
She has
long.
great hair now underneath.
Well, I was going to ask you, so how long are you going to let your natural hair go?
I'm like you, girl. I'm going for wigs forever.
Yeah, but mine will never thicken up. If you're,
Oh, it's
she's
lush.
saying your hair's
I want to
coming
grab it and like put
it
my
is.
hands
Lush.
through it. It's like, I mean, it is unbelievable.
I mean-
After the show, she'll take it off.
Like wigs are fun and wigs are cute.
They are fun. Do you have names for them? You have so many of them. How do you know which one?
Blonde, brown.
New girl, you know,
New girl.
I have names for them, so when I talk to Robin on the phone or text her and ask her like, oh, we're going to HSN this weekend, you know, for another presentation, so bring, you know, new bitch. Yeah, there's one called that. She's new. You
What's
know,
this one?
God,
I don't have a name.
this
one's
is
good.
Rita Ora's older sister, because she made me a shorter one, so this is the older one, and this one's only like 3 days old, and I love it. It's
I love
really,
it. I
it's
want that
really
one.
Thick
I think I could wear that one.
and lush.
Yeah. It's
Thick
really
and
good.
lush.
I
She's
feel good
very
about it.
talented, but I could never. I would never rock my real hair other than at my house.
Me either. My kids love it. They love to put my
Yes, she
hand-
can.
Yeah.
To be continued on that. Okay, Wendy, we want to talk about your overall career, and to kick us off, we have another burst video in from a fan, so let's take a look.
Hi, my name is Beth, and I'm the founder of Blue Barn Kitchen. We make healthy snacks for people with sensitive stomachs and want everyone to live their life naturally. Wendy, my question for you is, as an entrepreneur, personality, and a mom, sometimes it's hard to keep going. What do you do to keep going?
Realize that I have nobody to pay my bills for me. You know, it sounds redundant because I have the same answer every time I get asked. Is I didn't grow up rich. You know, I didn't grow up knowing a lot about. I mean, we grew up very comfortably, but I didn't grow up knowing. I did not grow up with all the tools that I needed for this great life that I'm living right now, with this talk show and, you know, foundation, you know, at a 16-year-old and, you know, and married. I mean, you know, and 52, but feeling 22 and wanting to keep it going, but also realizing that retirement and old age is right around the corner. So how do I keep it going? Because nobody's going to pay my bills. And what do I do in terms of physically speaking? I more eat to live now than live to eat. So it's.
I
you know,
love that.
you know what? I've heard that before from people, and I'm like, who are you? What are you judging over here? But I've become one of those people, and I don't lecture it. The only reason why I'm saying it today, you guys, is because I'm being asked about it. You can eat all the pig you want.
Oh, God, that sounds awful.
But
I know,
But if
I
it's
know.
pulled
As long
pork,
as it's a vegan part, though, right? No, I'm kidding.
but we can find that kind of
There is
stuff.
turkey bacon
right,
and stuff.
right.
But anyway,
Well, I want to ask you this. So what is next, right? So you say not fear of paying your bills, but so at some point, like,
yeah.
are you, you know, this is good. I mean, you've been renewed into 2020. Do you ever feel like, I'm going to go play golf now? I don't know. Like, do you say that?
No,
No, I know. I mean, like,
bills.
you're a serial entrepreneur. I know, but I'm just curious.
No, I
like,
have an afterlife.
Okay.
And it's very, very mapped out. And I've always been a planner like that. Ever since I was a little girl, you know, I knew I wanted to go to school in Boston because I was seduced by Boston because that's where my sister graduated from Tufts. And, you know, all these kids are around the same age. I'm like, oh, this is perfect. 5 hours away from home, close enough, you know, that whole bit. So I'm a serial planner, and I understand everything doesn't go well, but that's why I usually have 3 or 4 different plans. I love doing the talk show. It's absolutely something that I didn't even have a chance to dream about it. You know, I dreamt big, like, you know, have an influential radio career, which I was riding high on at the time that the talk show came along. But now that it's here and now that we're going into our 9th season,
Woo!
listen, 2020 is a pretty good number, but if we don't go any further than 2020, yeah, I do have plans. I want to move to the city because now we won't have to deal with sidewalks and school system. This is why we live in Jersey. I mean, I love Jersey, but if I didn't have children, that 2-hour commute in the morning, take that and shove it.
Right.
I want to live right around. I mean, just that alone.
Right.
Just that alone. So, but we have a kid and it's a nice school system,
Right.
and I want birds and trees and a sidewalk for him. But yeah, I want to move to the city. I want to become very, very active in our Hunter Foundation charity, as well as other charitable work. I grew up, both my parents are still alive and they're still married, but we grew up servicing. Mm-hmm. You're a Girl Scout, you're a candy striper, you're going to go plant, a tree in front of the library, always involved with stuff like that. I don't have time for that stuff right now.
But you're still doing it. Let's just say that.
I
You
am
are doing
doing
it
it.
because you're doing something really incredible right now also where you're raising money to send girls to camp and
Yes.
later for college.
Yes.
Okay.
It's unbelievable.
So,
It's
you guys,
really incredible.
well, and it's me, my husband, and my son, the Hunters, Mrs. Hunter, the Hunter Foundation. So,
Mrs. I just love it. Mrs. Gerstein.
the deal is when much is given or earned, you've got to give back. And this foundation, by the time the sun sets on my TV career, I really want this foundation to be big. I would love to have a community center, where young men and women can go and learn how to do better at penmanship or get some help with math afterwards. Where addicts, ex-addicts, people who are trying to, I identify with that. But I would love to have remember Louise Jefferson worked at the Help Center?
Yeah.
I want a Help Center.
Moving
Love
on
it.
up.
And so this summer, we're
Right.
sending more girls than ever. This is our 3rd summer doing this. We're sending girls, and we send them to the good camp with no Lyme disease.
Oh my goodness.
You in this line?
No, we send them to a really nice camp. These are girls who otherwise would not have had this opportunity, and they don't know that it's me,
They
in my
don't?
family. No, we send them
It's
there for 2
anonymous?
weeks until I show up.
Oh,
And then they
that's
go crazy.
amazing.
But they're
And that feeling must be so incredible.
Yeah.
To be able to do that.
yeah, it's really it's to be expected.
And it's really incredible
From-
that you've
from
been
our
able to
family.
build all this really because of first your radio show and your TV show, and we know you have a really big
Yeah,
show
who's on your show this week?
Yeah.
What's going on?
Well, one more thing about the foundation. The
Yes.
foundation, we're having a benefit on July 11th at the Hard Rock in Times Square. If you happen to be around and you want to come, and we're sending these 22 girls, the horses are clean, they're not slew back. Look, they're not sleeping on the hard tent, they're sleeping, in the good stuff. And they are up there. We send the car to get them from their neighborhood, so they have no idea what is about to happen.
Amazing.
We get together like, little supplies that girls need at camp, and then when I show up, I show up for a day for lunch. I bring them all the stuff that girls really like, nail polish,
Yeah.
magazines,
It's so
and
great.
stuff like that.
And do you do this on the app or on your show, or no? This is really all behind the scenes.
No, this is behind the scenes, but this is the first year of having an app, so I will definitely take the app cameras along, and film it. But it is an incredible experience, and the girls are there for 2 weeks, and they meet other girls as well. So this is not like
No, it's a game changer, I bet, for
Yeah.
them.
But I want to ask you
personally.
because
I went every summer though.
right,
So
and-
why shouldn't everybody go to camp? It's the best.
I agree. My kids just left. I'm free for the summer. I'll go and work there with you. But tell us about the show this week.
Oh my gosh, okay, so on the talk show this week, Lala Anthony is coming tomorrow. I can't wait to speak to her. I haven't spoken with her in a moment. She and Carmelo are rumored to be getting a divorce. At the same time, we don't know whether he's going to stay in New York or not. Did this have to do with anything? How is her son? What else going on with Power? Power is her show that, it's 50 Cent's show, similar to what? Empire.
There you go.
If you're going to co-host, you got to speak
I
up.
love that. You call your audience co-hosts. So you
Yeah.
guys are all co-hosts also. I love
Yeah,
it.
help.
You got all the gossip.
Yeah.
Now, on the heels of that, who has been your favorite celebrity guest?
I don't have one.
That's such a politically correct
no,
answer.
it's not. No,
Okay,
you
who
know
do you
what?
like?
It's a guest. It's a answer that you'll find as your show progresses.
Oh my God, your lips are gone.
But we do say that. We say, people say, who was the best Mamarazzi event? And we're like, oh, Wendy Williams, Hugh Jackman,
No, we
Jennifer
say
Garner. They're
Wendy Williams.
Do you really?
No, everyone is so great.
No, it's the ones that are just.
Anyway, so look, it's Lala tomorrow, and then, oh my God, the first exclusive sit down, any talk show anywhere, Lamar Odom. He's coming to our show.
Wow.
He's coming to our show.
Wow.
And let me just tell you, the only thing I can guarantee is Hot Topics and Lamar, because there won't be any Ask Wendy, I don't think, that day or anything. Because if he
there's
and
too
I
much to
get
talk about.
feeling in our conversation, he doesn't want me to overlook anything. From the Kardashians to addiction, his friend, the white guy that he was friends with, he died of drugs. He's got two teenagers up in the Bronx and an ex-girlfriend. There's a lot. And then on Thursday, Diddy is coming, and I haven't seen.
Diddy.
Oh, I love
I haven't seen
him.
Sean Combs in
What do you call him?
100,000.
Do you call him?
Sean or Diddy?
What I would rather call him is Puffy, because I don't know this Diddy person.
I know.
But by name like that, like I hate when people change their names in the middle of them. That'd be like me telling you, all right, my name is now Tracy.
That right.
Live from New York, it's the Tracy Hunter Show.
Oh my God, that's unbelievable.
So I don't know what I'll call him, but I'm going to ask him that, and that'll be a fun conversation as well.
Oh,
but back
that's
to
so great.
favorite guest, honestly, some of the best people that come on your show are the most unexpected.
Yes.
They do the most
said that.
We
unexpected
said that.
stuff.
You know who
We
we
said that about
Nicole Kidman.
We said that at
Believe
the
it?
same time.
She was unbelievable.
She was fun?
Yes,
Talked about her
amazing.
sex
Everything.
life. You would not.
Yes.
She's
Yeah.
really?
No.
Oh.
Unbelievable.
She doesn't
No.
appear to be that person.
You
You wait,
said
I know,
anybody-
I know.
No,
It was
I know, it was
unbelievable.
shocking.
We
She was
both kept looking
anything.
at each other like, is this really happening?
Right.
Is
We
this,
thought she was
are
going
we
to come in
video-
and be a little
Who's
like,
rolling? Are we
cold.
rolling?
No, she was so beautiful and lovely and
I mean, she did
kind
come in her
and
Chanel
warm.
and like
Beautiful.
Yeah, like, but then she
No,
sat
it doesn't
down
matter. She
and
was
we asked
so
her, where
cool.
do you and Keith do? You know
Do you
what?
have somebody like that's been
She went
totally
there.
unexpected that you thought was going to be like one way and was a different
Yeah,
way?
that happens quite a bit. Recently, I forgot exactly who it is that I said, oh my God, I thought you were going to be so stiff.
Well, that's no
And
fun.
you're-
You got to
you're so
remember
great.
who.
I can't
No,
think.
she's being politically correct.
No, I'm not.
I'm just kidding. I'm all good.
No, I'm not. But back to being a person who's interviewed people for over 30 years of my life,
Years.
and also having a talk show now. People ask you who your dream guest is. Oh, in the beginning, oh, well, I want this one or that one, and so on and so forth. Oh, I got a talk show now. They're all going to come through. It's not how it works. What happens is, like a Nicole Kidman, she'll come to town, and she's comfortable going to Kelly. Maybe she and Kelly rip of, that's Regis. That's, the Regis legacy. So if the publicists, they don't set up every stop on the block just because they're in New York. They'll set up 3. So you go see Matt Lauer, you go see Kelly, and you might go to The View.
And the mom.
And now to the moms.
Right.
But, they might not come
We
to
know.
my show.
So Wendy Williams has booking problems.
No, we don't have
like
booking
us.
problems.
No, I am
She
kidding.
does.
It's
No, I
just-
don't have
No, but
booking
it's
problems, but we have been accused of that. But I can tell you this, my favorite shows, no disrespect to celebrities, are when you all aren't there, because I love Mondays, all hot topics. All hot topics. I play games in the audience with my co-host. We do pop quiz. We do Ask Wendy. Today we had a bikini fashion show. The hot topics were like 25 minutes before the first commercial. I like celebrity culture, but we've managed at Wendy to...
the people.
Yeah, it's the people. Plus, in case you couldn't tell, I'm not a shy talker,
Right.
which always helps.
I love that. Well, let's go to the people. We're going to call them
go to
our
the people.
co-hosts also.
I love
okay.
that.
So some
That's
of them have
okay. That's
questions. So we're going to start right here, and we have a microphone for you.
Okay. What the Lisa Bonet is going on with the mic lady? Yes, girl.
Oh boy.
Hey Wendy, how you doing?
How you doing?
Obsessed.
You're obviously the queen of R&R, as you just stated, and you work hard and you have fun with your family and your work life. What kind of advice do you give women like myself? I have a husband, I have children, and I'm also working on my own blog and just other projects on the side. What advice do you give us to help us make time for ourselves? Because that's obviously a priority for you. What kind of tips do you have?
I mean, in my opinion, this is my opinion. In my opinion, when you take on a family, even if you've got great friends, when you take on a family and you have a career and you have well, look, first it's me. because if I'm not well, then my husband, who's going to help him, and my son is going to see chaos. So I take care of me first, and then my family. My career absolutely reigns supreme over going out for another Pinot Grigio. I mean, at this point, at 52, I'm Pinot out.
I'm Pinot out.
I can have it at my house, and
Do you ever feel guilty, though, putting yourself first?
no.
I know.
But it's not, when I say first, I don't mean first like I'm selfish, like a big shot.
No.
I just mean like if I had a choice between going out, the three of us, for dinner, and I don't care if Barbara Walters was there, who, by the way, you look like Barbara Walters, madam, which is why Barbara, is that you? Oh my gosh. Yes, you, madam. Yes, I know.
You're right.
But, right?
Yes, Baba Waba.
But if the four of us were going to go out for...
Barbara, stand up.
stand
You gotta
up,
stand
Barbara.
up for a minute. There she is.
Look at that.
Oh, wow.
Yes, everybody's got a twin, and that's you. And that's a compliment, by the way. But but I would have to bow out and tell you all, I'm not going out for dinner with you guys. I can't do it today. I can't do it tomorrow. I got to go
I'm
home.
like that. That's why I have like 3 friends.
No.
I have one friend, and we went on a
I
girls'
love it,
trip
yeah.
the other day.
I saw that on your Instagram.
Yeah. I
have 3
That's
friends.
amazing. Right. Okay,
Okay.
one more question from the audience. Okay, stand up.
too much.
Stand up.
Hi.
I mean, wait, but I know people. You know,
Me too.
It's not
I'm exactly like, I cleaned the closet. If you don't understand what I'm trying to do here, my family's
They
first.
just, I collect them.
She
They
collects
come to
them.
me.
And she'll be like, oh, I'm at so-and-so's, da-da-da. Like,
But it's
who?
different also, by the way. I'm divorced and I have nights off.
That
There you
is
go. I have
great.
every other weekend off.
Listen,
it's a big difference.
when he graduates and I move to the city, I'm sure I'll be much more
We'll
social.
meet for a
but
Pinot
right now,
then.
I just can't even deal
Yeah,
with
but
it.
we'll
I'm
Pinot
sorry.
then.
Hi. It's okay. How you doing?
How you doing?
First,
No, do it again.
Oh, how you doing? My son has the biggest crush on you.
Oh, how old
tried
is he?
He's 4. He asked me to wear a wrap dress for you today.
Oh my God,
did.
that's amazing.
But
You know I love a wrap dress.
yeah, he knows.
The 4-year-old?
He loves. That's another story.
Wow.
My question is, so how do you deal, I'm sure you have because you're a fabulous mom, how do you deal with low-key mom shade? So when I go on a play date and I show up there, the mom will be in pajamas and I'm dressed. And she'll say, well, you're so dressed up everywhere you go. You're so dressed up. And I'm like, no, I'm not dressed up. I'm dressed. So how do you deal with that kind of mom shade?
Well,
She's working.
fortunately, I don't have those years anymore, but I was just telling my girlfriend when we were away on our girls' trip that I kind of missed those years. Those years where I had to go inside, you know, because you can't just drop off a 4-year-old.
No.
I never did that with Kevin. And I wanted to know the moms. You know, I want to know what all's going on around the house.
Do you have a gun?
All that.
Yeah.
And I prefer to host play dates at our house. I miss those years. Mom shade. Well, you know it's there, and you just deal with it the best way you can. Like for me, this is not how I would go to do anything at Kevin's school. I mean, we had a guidance meeting last week, and I had to go in full makeup because I had to come back to the city for an event right after that. And this is with the guidance counselor, my husband, and you know my son, because we're talking, you know, colleges. He's got his selection. We're planning this summer. It's in and out of.
Are you freaking out?
No, I'm
No,
not.
you can't
freaking-
wait. You're moving
Right,
to the
right.
city.
But no, I have to see. That's the thing. That's why parents freak out. You got to have plans for your own life. You can't let these kids just run your life, and then when they leave, you're all sad. You know, you have to learn how to do it. But how did I deal with it? Look, I don't know what you consider being done because you look really cute, like with a side ponytail and red lipstick. But whenever I did that mom date thing, like I have a uniform, it consists of the same
What is
damn
it?
thing. Pair of black leggings,
Totally.
and a black V-neck T-shirt. During the summer, they're short sleeve V-necks. During the winter, they're 3/4. A pair of maybe sneakers from my sneaker line. I'm not, you know, rolling through with the Louboutins
And
or
wigs
anything
or
like
no
that.
wigs to school guidance counselor meetings?
No, I wear wigs all the time.
Everywhere except for at
Except
house.
for in the house, depending on how many times you've been over
Got it.
or what it is.
Interesting.
Okay, Wendy, we have to conclude now.
But,
we do,
but
oh,
one,
no,
but
sorry,
one more
yes,
thing.
yes.
One more thing.
Yes.
The pressure is really, really intense, and you just have to shake it off and be as normal as you possibly can, if you're comfortable with that, with these other moms.
I just say screw it.
No, see, it's easy to say.
No, but just who cares?
No, I can't. I
Yeah,
can't brush it off like that.
I do.
She brushes it very nice.
Because then that behavior gets placed onto your kids. Because some moms don't know how to, not like, you know, you're the how you doing lady. You can how you doing all day. You know, teetering around, you know, on your set. But here's your son at our house until 1 o'clock in the morning working on a science project that my kid is going to get a better grade. But because he's on my kid's team, you know, my kid's going to, so just make sure your kid is on point. As on point as possible without driving them crazy, and make sure that you're on point as a mom. And always make sure that you have a friend that you can call and ask the baddie questions. Like, I think in my mind, Jennifer Garner's that person. Like, oh my gosh, it is the bake sale. Jen, do you have an extra box
Right.
of cookies?
It's from both of us.
Right, right.
Right.
That's what we
She
do.
is.
Yeah.
We do that too, though.
I do.
Yeah, you forget
You need
stuff.
it.
Well, no, but I
Right,
can
have a
call.
buddy
Like, I can
system,
call her and
a mom
brag about
system.
my kid, or you know, like, and that's so good to have.
Okay, and that actually, I have a great question to lead into. We do a minute with the moms, which is like we rapid fire questions to you, and you just answer like
How
that.
long is this show,
We're
by
done.
the way?
One more minute. One more minute.
Are you
We're
done?
Are you bored?
Noah!
Okay.
Noah!
Okay, good.
ready?
Here we go.
We're gonna go. A minute with the moms.
A minute with the moms. Here we go, Wendy.
Okay, so
start
who
the
is
clock.
your mom friend? You're one person that you call.
My friend Reg, I talk to her every day.
Okay, favorite date night. Where are you?
In my car, at the curb, eating some terrific food, because then I don't have to be bothered with going into a place, and I love to eat in the car, and I bring my hot sauce and everything. As soon as he's like, yo, you feel like going out for food? It's like 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm like, yep. I pull my wig on, grab my hot sauce, and jump out the window. Here we go.
One vice.
My one vice, the ID channel. Like, I love the killings, and you know what I mean?
Oh my God.
No.
Wow, she may do Dateline after this. Okay, what is your favorite food?
She
Before you
before I
got vegan and crazy. No, I'm kidding.
steak on the grill
Yeah.
Amazing.
with barbecue sauce, but now it's burgers.
Okay, go.
Celebrity crush.
Uh-oh. No. Pass?
I mean,
No.
I
No.
say Shia LaBeouf, but in actuality, I only have to have an answer for that because people always think that there's a celebrity crush. I've met too many celebrities to honestly be crushing on them because what you see is a lot of times not what you get or what you want him to be. He's switching more than me. Oh my gosh. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I don't.
So we won't ask the real life crush because we know it's your dear husband.
Mr.
who is your
Hunter!
partner,
Most of the
right?
time.
There you go. Ah!
And that was a minute with the moms, even though it was like a minute and 10 seconds. All good.
Perfect.
Okay, Wendy, thank you so much
Thank
for
you.
chatting with us about parenting and your new exciting app, Wendy Digital. You guys can catch more of Wendy on the app and, of course, weekdays on The Wendy Williams Show.
And a huge thank you to our co-host, the live audience. And thank you to everyone who sent in first videos, tweeted at us, and commented on Facebook.
Now, keep an eye out in People Magazine and our social media pages for our next episode of Mamarazzi. Have a great day. See you soon.